The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Damn! All righty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It is Monday, and we are back. Gentlemen, welcome. Joe, how are you today?
Exhausted.
Me too. And Krellba, how about yourself?
Monday. Yeah, went out for a cigar yesterday with Krellba.
Nice. Yeah. You guys went down to, how was that?
Yeah. Oh, it was good. I watched the Bruins game.
Nice.
And so I did a Reserva.
Oh, good.
And also, like he had that new Tuxla come in. He had mentioned to me the last time. He said it's coming in a few weeks.
And how was that?
It was very good. And thing is, it doesn't say anything on the bin. It just says Tuxla. And they come in different sizes and shapes.
Right, the different sizes, the different ones. Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody in the chat. I just want to say to Johnny Kramer, when I read that about the beef going up, I think Krellba had a little word.
Price of beef has just gone up, and your lady has just gone down.
Look here, brother. Hannah Baum, welcome. Martin, Johnny, Donald. Dino Smith says,
"Hey, Elroy."
Economy. Now's a good time to buy gold and silver. I'm sorry, they throw on stuff.
Now's a good time to steal gold and silver.
You want me to make change for you? Scrape some off the gold bar. Have some dust.
Hold on a second. Jerry is also here, gents. Welcome, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. Hey, what you got? Is that a telly?
Oh, yeah.
Oof, that looks nice.
Yeah, fire mist. Oh, it's a little weird in the. Here we go.
Pelham
Yeah,
blue. What is that color?
Fire mist silver, but
that looks nice.
I had to touch it up in a spot, so, and then I did that to it. You see that? Took the hatchet to it.
To which one?
The Telecaster body. It was like a $20 body.
Oh.
So I made it more
Got a
comfortable.
comfort carb, yeah.
And then,
Okay. Yeah, no, I like the tummy cut. Yeah, that's the elbow cut. Does it have a tummy cut too? No.
See that? Yeah. Just
A little bit.
one.
A
It's
little
not
bit.
the forearm contour really fucks me up. The back, just a little bit, you know.
Rick Grimes always let him brass.
So it's good. Hey, I have that other guitar. It's done.
Ooh, let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's out in the car though. I got to grab it. Oh, is there a sub? Is there something we were talking about this evening?
Your
Your guitar.
Your new guitar. Yeah, you fixed it.
Come on. You should sell cars. All right. Goodbye. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. All right, he's going to get that guitar. Joe, what'd you do this weekend? Anything? Did you smoke any cigars this weekend?
I actually had one last night that was really relaxing. I'm working on. I remember I got in that 10-pack of nubs.
Yeah.
So I had a nub last night. I'm gonna have one tonight because after I go for a while without having one, it's always like a shock to the mouth.
Right.
But then by the end, you're like, oh, you know.
That's
So I
great.
want to have one tonight because work's been interesting. Mondays are fucking brutal. Hey, old boy. You ever think of moving the show to another night?
I would never think about it, but I mean, if there was another night you'd rather do, I personally, I don't care. I don't care.
I got two nights where I climbed the wall with energy. Wednesday, I'm finally back alive. And Thursday, I'm so excited that the fucking work week's about to end. I'm flying. I can't even get hey, Ricky Compton, how you doing?
We'll talk about it because Wednesdays could work. I think I would have to start it at like 8:30 on Wednesday because I teach till 8 o'clock on
That's
Wednesday.
fine.
So I would just need 20 minutes to. But I'm up
Started at 9 o'clock. I don't even care.
Yeah, the night doesn't matter to me. I just I don't know. What about you, Krellbot? Does it matter to you?
No, not at all.
You know what it is? Because
As long as
also
it's not,
it gives
as long
the
as
week
it's not
some
Sunday
time
or
to get some
Saturday.
news.
Krellbot, set up my joke, will you? Tell me you can't do Wednesday.
Oh, I can't do Wednesday.
Wednesday it is. There you go.
Anyone eating any good carnivore stuff lately? Hello, Jimmy
Actually-
Ray Hawkins.
Actually, I know if Dave noticed, I posted. I made some ribs in the oven, big rack of ribs, and they came out awesome. I posted that on Facebook.
So I made lamb. I made a lamb rack of lamb today for dinner, and I had eggs and bacon with it. But it was great. I'm just trudging along. You know, my weight doesn't go really up. Well, it stays like really close to like 179, 181 in that range.
Mhm.
And,
I tried something different that I really like, and I'm going to try again. You know, you go to, because I'm sure you guys got the discount clubs like Sam's and shit.
oh yeah, sure.
So I said, let me try that Angus for beef stew where it's just chunks of Angus.
Oh yeah.
And I put it on slow cook on Saturday. And all I did was I added some beef broth and seasoning.
Yeah.
But you know what I found out? You know what makes for good crackers? Because after you eat up all that beef, you still got all that beautiful broth.
Pork rinds.
The pork rinds. Oh my! It lasts for 3 days.
Beef that's low and slow beef. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, you got to do it slow so it breaks up in your mouth.
Yeah, low and slow. Yeah, that's how I cook short ribs. 5 hours. It comes out unbelievable. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, are those the cheesecakes?
No,
Ooh.
it's boiled
Flan?
butter.
Oh, you
Pan-fried
made the butter. Oh, you made the brown butter.
Yeah, brown butter. Incredible.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're off sugar and you have something like this. There's a caramel kind of vibe to it, and it's
So 2 weeks ago, I think it was, Jerry. After the show, you came by my place. I was smoking a cigar. You hung out with me for a bit.
right.
Yeah, it was nice. Good to see you.
Yep. And same here. And you were looking
Yeah.
So you weigh about the
thank
same
you,
as
as you were
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. Just the same, probably leaner, but the same as far as scale wise. But
I'm probably a little less, like maybe closer to 190 now. And I think I got to 188 for a second in the past.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. It always will level your body out.
Well, what I've been doing, again, my continuous research on this thing, I've been trying to do like a day where I kind of not eat excessively, but maybe I'll eat 3 times, and that being Sunday, because you get time. I do anyways. And maybe I'll eat somewhere between 2 and 4, have 3 eggs or a hamburger or something. And then again at 7, then maybe as late as 11, eat something else because I got a long day today, right?
Yeah.
And I was famished at, I don't know, I ate it like 7:45, but I stretched my window again. You know what I mean? And then tomorrow I'll try to eat somewhere between 5 and 8 o'clock. And then maybe eat early, maybe eat later, but just to keep the metabolic dancing around, because I can't walk as much or exercise as much as I'd like to. But I will tonight.
Jimmy Ray Hawkins is asking about butter. Says he wants to get away from seed oils. I like Kerrygold. I think that's a good butter. And there's another butter called Truly. Truly's another good grass-fed butter. There's a butter at Costco it's a New Zealand grass-fed, and then I think Kate's is another one that's pretty good.
All these.
So he could also use ghee
on the cheap.
Use ghee, right? But when it comes to just butter, like I just recommend grass-fed. It just tastes so much better. But Kerrygold is my go-to. That's my favorite.
Mine too. It's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's what those are, of course.
Oh, so Costco, you're going to see they have the bulk and Kerrygold or the New Zealand. It's Kirkland brand. It's called New Zealand grass-fed. I get salted. I like the salted. At that point, it's preference. But on Carnivore, you should eat more salt because your body doesn't hold salt.
You need it.
But yeah, and if anyone, like I say, if anyone is newly doing the diet and wants to talk about it or message, let us know what your results are.
You know who's about to start the diet? Michael's weekend nurse.
Really?
I had her watching videos yesterday when she told me that. I says, well, let's put on some videos.
Yeah.
Great way to learn.
Wait, let's let me I'm gonna blow you up. Everyone will still be able to hear everyone, but I'm gonna lay out Jerry here. So, all right, Jerry, what are we looking at here?
Okay, one of my bodies, basically a 63 kind of shape and style. My secret tone chambers built within the body.
Well, let me just say this: they're no secret anymore. You just told everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's like, why does this sound amazing? Because all the bullshit I do to it. Anyway,
right.
So it's got a nice vintage look. So one of the cool things that happened with this build, Robert Cray pickups, $150 for the whole setup.
Wow.
And from a Mexi Robert Cray. However, they use the custom shop pickups, and the bridge pickup is definitely way hotter than these two. You know what I mean?
Right.
And anyhow, it's a nice it's a flat pole and all that. Vintage bridge with the patent pen saddles. I don't know how. Yeah.
Okay.
That shit. Vintage correct. They've been selling these pots for like 10 years now. They look very close to 60s pots.
Oh, the rear pickup's flat pole. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And,
Jerry, you've only got one screw in that bridge?
And it's a pick guard screw.
Yeah.
Well, I got all this going on back here.
Okay, so it's clamped down.
It's physics, man. It's hooked up. It ain't going nowhere. And then the F plate with the number in it. That guy.
Yeah, that's a. What did we see? What the number is?
Like a 64. I mean, a 65 number. You can see that shit.
100401.
But later 65, right? Because wasn't the 65 still using the L serial numbers?
It's like a summer 65.
Right. Fall. When after they used up the L's.
Yeah, exactly. And as we all know, it's this, that, and the other thing. And then this is their slab that they do. I think if you spend more money with these guys, they'll do like the rounded tongue thing. I don't really give a shit about that. But you know how like early 60s slab necks have that? Some dudes call it a tongue. Anyways, this has got a nice shape. This looks like a 57 perimeter. It's very curvy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good looking.
Yeah, it looks very vintage if you dig that kind of thing, which I do.
Yeah.
The wider dot space, the fake clay, free clay dots.
Right.
I didn't kiss them with shoe polish or any of my tricks. I kind of want to do like an NOS guitar. This looks like
it looks good.
Yeah, nice and clean. It already got fucking marred here and there, but yeah, but okay, Dave. This thing broadcasts, you know?
Right.
So it's nice. You can just play. I can play it down here in the basement, and it's got a lot of sing to it, right?
Sure.
So anyhow, I like it, and it definitely weighs a good 6 ounces lighter than the green guitar I had.
Nice.
Yeah, so that came out good, and then I ordered.
Looks like you're still putting the guard together, right? There wasn't all the screws weren't in the guard yet, right?
Yeah, I just it's ready to go.
Right. Yeah, it's just ready to
There's 3 screws in it. That's enough.
Yeah.
And, it's all wired up and it functions properly. I already played it at the jam, and
okay. You went on Thursday?
Yeah.
Would you go Sunday?
No, Thursday.
Yeah.
I can't get out Sunday. Just I'm always fucking here, working on shit, which is
right.
That's like you know how it is, man. You got to drive down there, wait around, and then to.
Oh yeah, no, it's the jams are not my thing.
I understand for obvious reasons, but sometimes the one up the street, it's Randolph. It's Thursday. At least I get up there when
it's in your backyard.
Yeah. So it's
for sure.
Yeah, but Sundays, nah, man, it's too much shit going on. But that being said, I'm painting a room, so I may have to, I may have to dash to do that.
Nice.
So I'm going to do a blue, not a voodoo red, Dave.
All right. This is more like.
Yeah, you guys did that a while.
It's just.
It looks a little illuminated from here.
Oh, because I got all the lights and everything, and then I got red lights over here that are shining too. But yeah,
you know what you're doing.
Your red room shining? Well,
no, illuminated.
Red lights almost shining.
Now, Donald Cummings in the chat said that looked like it's pagan gold, the guitar.
Oh, this is my version of Fire Mist Gold, right? And it's definitely warmer, or got a little age to the Fire Mist Gold.
Oh, yeah.
It's internet camera and
right.
My interpretation of this and that.
Right. The Fire Mist Gold's always like a little bit on the lighter side, almost silvery at a certain angle.
Well, that's the Shoreline Gold. And, I could have done that, but this looks more goldy to me. And this almost looks kind of like a gold top in a way.
Right. Yeah, it's more like that. And those gold tops always seem to have like that greenish hue to them as they age.
Depends where they're done and all that, how old they are, and it's all up in interpretation.
When you make your own, you can use whatever color you want.
Then it's a true custom color,
right?
It's like almost Lake Placid blue. Okay, it's a custom color, one-off,
custom Krylon.
Long as it looks good on a guitar, which, in my humble opinion, this definitely does.
Yeah.
If this was out in the sunshine, it would be way more cool. But this was good. I buffed this thing like 3 fucking times, man. So
yeah, I think it looks good.
Little Dick Dale vibe. There's some shit going on here. So I ordered another neck with Music Craft today.
Oh, really?
That's where this came from in June of 22. So
I might order a neck soon for this body that's over by my feet, because Dooley messaged me the other day and he's like, "Hey, don't you like those DiMarzio 58 Pro 54?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got a pick guard with that setup if you want it."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is that all? Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, he's got the
so I'm like, well, I got to get that anyway. So I'm like, all right, well, Although I was thinking about putting a Fred in the bridge in this one down here because it's going to look more like a rocker. But
well, hold up the body, Dave, if you don't mind.
Let's see the body.
Let's see what you're
the
talking
body
about.
It's
Let's
in
see what
this
we're
thing
working.
here, and I think it still has the pick guard that the person. Now, when I say the person I got this was trans, and I can't remember if he went by he, him, or she, her.
Don't matter. The seller.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
I don't care what the hell.
I don't give a
fuck. Anyway, so
see the wood.
But it's got a horrible looking pick guard.
That pick guard's horrible.
Whoa.
So this pick guard I'm going to go with a black pick guard, black pickups.
Is that going to be available, Dave?
Hum single. And then I'm thinking about putting a Wenge neck on this thing with an ebony fingerboard.
Oh, yeah.
What, is that like a honey blonde?
No, it's just a natural.
I
Oh, it's got a nice
wood.
agey into it.
Yeah, it's definitely a tinted natural.
It's kind of fucking grainy. What is it? What kind of wood?
Alder.
Yeah, it's just alder. I mean, let me see if let's see if I can see if that it's a.
Let's see the back.
That pick guard is
it's a Mexican. It's Mexican, so sometimes they cover this up with a.
Oh, it's a veneer.
A veneer. That's what I'm trying to see now. Let me just look real quick.
Look the other way.
No, it's actually not a veneer. No, it's just alder, but it looks like it's 1, 2, 3 piece. It's a 3. Wow, that's rare. It's for a Mexican to have a 3-piece body. That's pretty good. 3 pieces.
They probably dropped it and broke it in 3 pieces.
Yeah.
I've
no, they did because they can't get away with it.
Like I said, this thing would never be on any. Exactly why it's been hidden over here in this corner in this bag. But this pick guard's going to come off.
What is that?
The neck is gone. I sold the neck, so the body itself right now into this body, I'm $160.
Dave, can you make yourself big? I want to see the pick guard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because that pick guard looks like it's something from Windows XP wallpaper. That's horrible.
It's horrendous.
It's supposed to be wood or fucking.
It's plastic. It's yeah, no, it's terrible.
You could probably sell it to George Lynch.
Yeah,
well, like
busy enough.
Listen, you're talking about like it was a heavy set guy in a dress, and at some point he was like, maybe if I got a wood looking pick guard where the grain goes the opposite way of the body, that would look good. Obviously, he doesn't know what looks good, but this will look fantastic. Oh, I also changed the saddles. That was the first thing I did, and I took the body off. I put the Graphtec saddles. Yep. And then I'm like I said, I'm going to go with a black guard, black hardware, Wenge neck, ebony finger. It'll look great.
Yeah, it'll look cool. That'll look very 79. That natural body with the blacked out guard and shit. You know. What I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It'll look good.
And then you're
it's more like I always associate that with like 75, those 75 strats with the hardtails that they had a bunch. Yeah, I had a student that had that.
They had the black guard first, and they had the white parts. In my humble assessment of that transition,
I'm talking about they had black. They had the black with the black in 75.
Yeah. Oh, that early? Right. I thought it was more like 77 they had.
Oh, yeah, no, because I used to give lessons to a guy. He had a 75. It was a 75 hardtail, exactly that, natural black.
Yeah, that's a cool look.
Yeah. It's cool.
But I've seen it. They call it tuxedo. It's got the black guard and the white parts.
Right. Yeah, that. Well, no, they in 79 they did the white guards with the black parts. That was part of the International series in 79.
Yeah, the Capri orange and yellow one and all that shit.
The yellow was called it really was just graffiti yellow.
It's Monaco.
But they called it a different color. They called it
it was Monaco.
What's the Monaco yellow? Yeah, but it was the same yellow. They were giving everything like international names.
Exactly. And also they must have had fucking bins and bins of gods and they'd find shit. They're like, oh, what are you
they were trying to use up the black hardware, the black pickguard and black knobs. Yeah.
It up.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, thanks, Howard Brown. Okay, let me just respond to this real quick. And great. Joe, have you been playing?
Oh yeah, I was playing all last night.
What was God, you sent me something hilarious the other day. Yesterday? Some of those reels are hilarious.
But did you see that radio thing I sent you last night? I love that thing.
What is it?
It's a radio app where you could literally listen to every radio station in the world.
Oh, yes. I did. You know, I started listening to it on my phone, and then I'm like, what is he trying to show me here? And I'm like, oh, just the channel. It's it's
actually an app for the phone, too. I installed it last night because I found this one station in Japan that was playing this really cool jazz. That made me think, man, I got to go have a cigar. Relaxed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, you know what I've been doing is I've been listening to a lot of Spotify. And I love, now that I'm not using... what's the shitty thing I used? Sirius. Spotify is great because I can go make a playlist. So I made a playlist of metal stuff that I listen to when I'm in the gym, which is the one I sent you, Joe.
Yeah. And
then I kept adding it. And then I sent it to Bingham. And then Bingham added a bunch of stuff in there. And you can add stuff in there. And it's like you're listening to shit. And it's like, it's just great. And, there's a commercial here and there. So I did a soul one the other day and a country one, but especially when I'm smoking cigars, it makes life great.
Send me the soul one.
Oh, I will. Yeah, it's great. So
keep the country, unless you got Kenny Rogers, Coward of the County on there, keep the country.
He's the coward of the. Oh, great song.
That was my favorite song.
What was the other one that he had around that time that was so big?
The Gambler.
Yeah, the Gambler. Of course, find time to leave me, Lucille. Lucille is.
Yeah.
They just re-released the International Yellow on Fender Japan Strat, black pickup covers too. Well, if you guys remember, that's what my yellow Strat, and if you guys see it on my Instagram, my yellow Strat I was trying to make that guitar, if I could make changes to it, what would I do? And I put an ebony fingerboard on it. It's a wider nut width. It's a 50s headstock, but basically it's the International Strat that I made. That's, I'm not crazy about 70s Strats. In fact, I like a wide neck on everything. People always pick up my Strats and they're always like, I know, Jerry, it's probably the same for you because you like the gentleman's cut, a real beefy neck.
And it's wide here.
Yeah, and a wide butt. So when people pick up mine, they're always like, what the hell's up with this nut? Like, why is it so big? I had a guy a couple of different times. I'm playing in Plymouth, and people will come up to me, and they're like, I watch your YouTube. In fact, last week, me and Jim are talking to this guy who's friends with Jim, and he looks at me and goes, I think you taught me Summer Breeze. I'm like, what? He goes, so you have a YouTube channel? I said, yeah. He goes, man, I thought that was you when I was watching you play. He's like, you taught me Summer Breeze. He goes, I watched a bunch of your lessons. And then he was like, what's that guitar you're playing? And I told him the Takamine. So he's like, do you mind if I come up and just feel it? I said, yeah, it's got a wide neck. And he goes, oh, I like wide necks. Then he put his hands on it. He goes, what the hell's up with this thing? It's 1 7/8. It's not fucking 1 3/4. This thing's a beef.
No,
that guitar neck is Mr. Beefy. But it's always cool when people come up and recognize you for that, or like, they'll ask me questions about certain, another guy came in one time and he had watched my show as well and knew who I was, and it's cool. They come in, listen to us beat around a bunch of songs, and
it's a fun vibe over there, Dave. I'm sure it's like the springtime. It's like, tons of people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you've been there many times because like when you sit in the place where you sit and you kind of can people watch.
Yeah.
Because you're in like the crows, what I call like the crow's nest area, right in the corner of that bar. You can watch everybody. Lately, it's been extremely funny to watch people.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get Chrissy walking by every 5 minutes making jokes about it because she's in on the laughs with us. We're just like, you got to be kidding me. I mean.
Oh, the booze.
Let's put it this way. So, when we start playing, I tell everyone, I'm like, hey, thanks everyone for coming out. We're here every Saturday, but I don't need to tell you because so are you. Your people need to get a home.
Wow.
And people are naughty. They're just all drinking and talking, and only the employees look back at me and start laughing because I'm like, it's the same people every week. Tanked.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Blast.
just and I'll ask, and people working they will be like, oh yeah, no, they were here last night, the night before, the night before that, the night before, and they're just drinking solid. It's sad. I think it's sad, but as a person playing and watching while I'm watching it, it's hilarious. But at the same time, when you think about it, it's like, what a fucking life. You know,
Plenty of money. There's plenty of booze.
Yeah.
I can't do that no more.
No.
I'm 1 week and 1 month from 2 years.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
Awesome.
Memorial Day weekend. I may take a couple of days off from work for that.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy, it really is. It's nuts. And you know, that's like that, like it's nonstop, you know. And well, like I said, we laugh because at the end of the night, you know, they're tipping us and having a fun time. And you know, last what was it, Saturday night, this girl came up to us and she's like, you know, just tanked. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are so great. And I looked at Jimmy and I said, 250 grand, you banger. He goes, no way. I said, okay. just making sure.
Thank you, Ricky.
I think I had him up to 2.5 million. I broke him at 2.5 million in the middle of the show. I looked up at him. I said 2.5 million. And then I went into extreme detail of what he had to do. And he was like, for 2.5, I just might have to suffer. I said, oh, yeah. And then I said, meanwhile, this has to all take place right after she takes a sweaty dump.
Oh.
No, come on.
Not just any dump, a sweaty dump.
At which point, the two of us were fighting the urge to vomit.
Fucking doing ass.
It's fucking gold. Now, I will say this. On Saturday night, we played a song that I taught in a lesson, and that lesson will come out on Monday. But and then a lesson came out today. I don't know if you guys saw the Jackson Brown lesson.
Oh, what song?
Somebody, That Girl Could Sing.
Okay.
Somebody in the chat, was it last week, asked me to do That Girl Could Sing. I don't remember who it was, and I'm sorry about that. Because anytime somebody mentions a song that I had already in my head, had brushed by and said, oh, I got to teach that sometime, I'm always like, okay, I'll do that. But I forget who asked me. And then next week, nobody asked me. But it's a great, great song. And then the week after that, if I can get my shit together, I'm going to do a lesson for Jan had asked me to post a lesson. And that's a tough one. That's chords from that's next week is Chords from Hell. And the week after that's going to be Chords from Hell. And then I think I'm going to do 2 weeks of lessons of like the easiest songs known to man. 2 chord songs, but that are fun songs.
You know what would be a good lesson? Do like a beginner's kind of thing and say, I'm going to teach you 4 chords, and here's 5 songs you can play with using these chords.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we know that's what I do with all my very beginners. We learn 3 or 4 chords, and 3 of the chords are almost identical. The G, the E minor 7, and the C add 9 are all the same chord, just moving the bass note, and then the D chord. And with that, you could play about fucking 2,000 songs. But yeah, I should, because it's also utilizes, and I think the chord stuff that goes on records that a lot of people, you know, like people learn G, cowboy C. And then when you go listen to songs, you don't hear cowboy G. You don't hear, you know, you'll hear it at the very end of a song, like when Zeppelin ends a song on a G chord, he'll play the cowboy G, because then it sounds nice with the third as low as, you know, the third right above the 1. But for the most part, everyone's taking that third out. So, yeah, there's tons of G, C, D. There's also like 1, 6, 4, 5 G minus C, D. Or 1465, G, C, E minor, D. So, I mean, it's all, but yeah. I mean, that's like actually a pretty good idea. I'll do that to finish off May because I have 3 other ones I got to do. I was listening to the Soul channel. Do you remember there's an old soul song by Peaches and Herb called Let's Fall in Love? And it's like, just get that old soul. It just makes me smile every time it comes on. So I'm like, oh, I should teach this song. Nobody will fucking know it. People will probably be like, what the hell song is this? But I feel like it's such a nice, like it brings you back to those, those days of like.
Simpler days. Much simpler days.
Yeah, I think it came out in 67. And the other song that I was going to teach, which is just the easiest song in the world, it's 2 chords, but I'll just say it here, is a song called Be Thankful for What You Got. Came out in 1974, but everyone knows the song as everyone refers to the song as Diamonds in the Back.
Oh, yeah.
Sun rooftop, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh. Right. Well, the song's really called Be Thankful for What You Got by William DeVaughn, but people always refer to it as Diamonds in the Back. And but it's a fun song to play. Fun song. In fact, I'll just say it right here. If you're interested, it's just 2 chords, F sharp minus 7, E minus 7. 2 chords, the whole song. But it's all these rolls that he does that I would show. But other than that, it's just.
Hey, isn't that Don't Bring Me Down? Isn't that also F sharp minor and E?
Don't bring me down.
That's an E major.
All right, but that's 2 chords also, right?
Not technically, because it is if you don't. Let me just show you something here. Hold on. There is an 11 chord being played, and like a lot of places won't, like when people play it. You're talking about the Beatles, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's like that, and you go, see if I remember how it goes. Then there's this chord. That 5 chord.
Okay.
The don't bring me down. But then it also goes into nobody ever told me I should. And then there's also another change when he goes, I'm in love for the first time.
Yeah.
But the one I was talking about earlier, the Diamonds in the Back, is just like, it's like. You may not have a brand new Cadillac, white wall tires, TV antennas in the back. It's so great. But for the parts when it goes, diamonds in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Diamonds in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. So that's that song I was going to teach. I'll just what's his name? Jan had me learn "You Belong to Me" by the Doobie Brothers, and there were 2 chords that finally I feel like I got them, but one of them was this chord, which is a D diminished 7 flat 9. Which I'm like, what? I had to voice the thing out. I couldn't. There was no way. Anytime I looked up the chord, I'm like, that's not the right chord.
What does it resolve to?
That's a great question. So it's the chord that leans into the 5, which is a C7 flat 13. So it goes like this. It goes. And then that goes into. You belong to me. Oh. You belong to me. Then it goes, you belong to me. And then it does this whole section, which is, this is the hard part. Let's see if I can. Of my own. Yeah, that's where it is again. That's when he goes, yeah, and then he hits that high. You belong to. But that chord right there, Jan deserves money for that, folks. Send Jan your because I immediately learned this song. You get this. Oh man, those chords. That's chords from hell.
Yeah.
That's chords from hell. And just to give you guys a taste of what's coming next week, I'll just say this. I'll show you the intro. I mean, it's going to play the intro, but this is what's next week.
I know it.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, still crazy after all these years. Paul Simon.
That's next week. But that beginning, this chord. Another one where nobody had the chords. I'm like, I looked them up, just even in the sheet music, and I'm like, nah, that's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing this, that like, that's an E major 7, but the weird, and then a B augmented.
I remember when he unveiled that on Dick Cavett before he recorded.
Yes, that's how I started. It came up in my feed, and I'm like, oh, I got to teach, because he does it here. He's going, I met my own. He's doing it in D, and that's where I saw. You know what got me interested in it was when he went to this chord, and I'm like, oh, it's a half diminished here. When he goes, and we talked about some old times, and we drank ourselves some beers. Still cool. Oh, still cool. Anyways, that's next week's lesson. So you guys have that to look forward to, how to get through that fucking mess of chords. So mu chords, just for Elroy, are usually sus2 chords that Steely Dan uses that keeps a 3 in it on the piano, but it's a 9 type of chord, like in are you really in me? That type of thing where everything's a sus2. On the way the time. But there is, the mu chord has the 3 still in it, though, for some reason. At least on the piano. But yeah, that's what they mean. But it's their own term. I don't even know what they were trying to refer to when they came up with that. But they do look a lot of that, like in you know what it is? It's because it comes from on the piano to play that 9. It comes from what's called a stacked 4, and it's used a ton in jazz as chord substitutions. And I think the guys in Steely Dan found it. And so let me just show you. Like if you're playing like a G chord, right? And if I want to go like if I want to stack 4s, I can put an E, A, right? That's a 4th, a D, and a G. So all these are a 4th apart with the G and the bass. And you get that sound, that 6/9 sound, or they can just get rid of the E and just do it. And it's all these stacked 4s. So you got like stacked 4s when you do like, what is that?
Giant steps.
Yeah, but you can play them all in stacked 4s. But it's a cool little trick. If you guys do you guys like blues at all? If you ever play blues with somebody, right, and somebody's playing like a G7, like this. So you could stack 4s on this if you wanted to play guitar to give it another color to it, which is you would take the B, you'd start here on the B, you go B, E, A, D. So if someone's playing a G7, you can go like this. Then it's going to go to a C9, right? And you can just now hit here. So if you have B, E, A, D, you can go B flat E. And that one note takes you to a C9 voicing. So you can go like this. So like for blues, you can go like. And those 2 chords right there, you hear them when you hear, the song, just by chance you crossed a diamond with the pearl. Right here on the F. That's what Larry Carlton's playing. He's playing that exact stack 4 to the dropped to make it the dominant 7. So he's got the F6-9 stacked 4. B flat 9. But it's a really cool thing when it's like, just by chance you crossed the diamond with the pearl. You turned me on the world. That's when you turn the world around. Yeah. Anyways, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but I am teaching those songs. And if you're a fan of Still Crazy after all these years, you will dig the lesson because just these chords of I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me, I just smiled. And we talked about some old times and we drank ourselves some beers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. I'm not the kind of man. Beautiful song. Beautiful.
It's a good album.
Oh, it's great. I'm Paul Simon. Yeah, we already do. The problem's all inside your head, she said to me. The answer's easy if you take it logically. Like to help you with your struggle to be free. Must be 50 ways to leave your lover. She said it's really not my habit to intrude. Furthermore, I must be lost or misconstrued. So I'll repeat myself. At the risk of being rude, there must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover.
50 ways to love your lever.
I like throwing my own country twins in there. And I like this quote, how I always play like him. Just drop off the key and get yourself free. Yeah, somebody last night was like, we did Still Crazy, and then they were like, dude, rock, Love Me Like a Rock. I'm like, I don't even know that song. I never heard it before. Then I just started playing it. When I was a little boy, when I was just a boy, and the devil would call my name. Oh, yeah, Steve Gadd played those drums. 50 ways. She said, now, who do you think you're fooling? I got the simply purity. My mama loves me. She loves me. She gets on to me
knees and loves me.
Feel like a rock.
Because she loves me like a rock. Loves me like the rock of roses and loves me. She loves me.
Doesn't that make you feel like a kid, Joe, when you hear those tunes? That's like my friend's mother's station wagon music.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Who does the backup vocals in that at the end? Yeah.
I always thought that was him.
That's him? Really?
I always thought it was.
Wow.
Oh, Steve Gadd's awesome. I mean, he's been on so much. Listen to the song Asia by Steely Dan. Steve Gadd crushes that. And he's been on so much stuff. He's one of those drummers like Jeff Beccaro and Vinnie Colaiuta. They're on everything. Once they hit stride, they play it on everything. In fact, is Gadd the drummer on Elegant Gypsy?
Yes. I want to say yes.
Yeah, okay, because he's also plays with like David Sanborn in the 80s, and he played with Steely Dan, all the Paul Simon.
I know he played on Tour de Force too, the live version where he played a lot of stuff from.
Yeah, those old songs, I'm telling you, they're very nostalgic. We had a group of 3 sisters on Saturday night, and they were all like, the older one, well, no, maybe she was the younger one. She was like, and they're all like in their like late 60s. And they were like, we came in here last week and we heard you guys playing Bread. Can you guys play some Bread? And so we were playing like all the, hey, have you, which, that is great. And we did Everything I Own and Guitar Man. Elegant Gypsy, fantastic.
To which you said, I don't play bread. I'm a carnivore.
Right. No, I said I only play bread. I won't eat it. And then, of course, I always apologize to the crowd for not wearing my denim tuxedo when playing Bread.
Oh, my goodness.
The Canadian tuxedo.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the TV show, The Hardy Boys Mystery.
The old one?
I remember that.
Yeah.
This one in 78 when David Gates from Ambrosia, David Gates comes back from Russia and he's missing a $50 speaker. Oh my God, the State Department has to get involved. Frank and Joe Hardy. And it's absolutely ridiculous. But during the performance of the whole episode, David Gates' outfit is this fucking denim. It looks like a bedazzled denim outfit, like a tuxedo. It is fucking gold.
Denim Elvis.
Yeah.
Who was Nancy Drew? That was Pamela Sue Martin, right?
Andy Dion. When I was a kid, I remember people saying that Steve Gadd used to do so much blow and then lay down the mellowest drum lines like the 50 Ways. Yeah, he was notorious for that.
While his heart's going a million miles an hour.
Right.
I found the website with 10 bests.
Ooh, outstanding.
How about we warm up with, I don't know if anyone be interested in this, the 10 best Jethro Tull songs of all time.
That's a good one.
Okay, they break it down by a band. They go by band instead of everybody.
Before we move on to this list, let me just say this. So my last Paul Simon comment. So because I'm watching these Dick Cavett things, there's a Dick Cavett interview with him where he's asking him if he ever wrote songs like, about being in a limousine, or is everything about before you became famous? And Paul Simon was like, yeah, it's more like about the struggle and just about real life things. And he just never thought about it. And this is like 74, this interview. It's like right before Still Crazy came out. What's hilarious is in 77, one of my all-time favorite songs by Paul Simon is called Stranded in a Limousine, which he released it as a single for his greatest hits album. There was a mean individual stranded in it. And I was like, man, this probably was the whole fucking birth of it right here. Dick Cavett asking him a question. And which just brings me to Rick Moranis used to do an unbelievable Dick Cavett impersonation where he's interviewing Bobby Bittman. You guys watch SCTV at all?
Yeah.
If you guys get the chance, go on YouTube and look up Maudlin's 11. It's basically like their version of Ocean's 11, but it's Sammy Maudlin, who's played by Joe Flaherty, Bobby Bittman. Oh, it's fucking I cried.
The old SCTV was the best.
The caper is to steal Danny Thomas's money. It's fucking hilarious. It is so. It's in 2 parts on YouTube. If you get a chance, Maudlin's fucking 11. It's gold. It's absolute gold. All right, let me put this down. Let's get to this list. This one sounds good.
Well, they got Zeppelin on here too. So, but we'll start with this.
All right.
Coming in at number 10 of the top 10 best Jethro Tull songs of all time is one of my favorite songs that I would put way higher than 10.
I know what my number 1 and 2 are going to be.
All right.
I know what okay, so let's hear what number 10.
Number 10 is Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die.
Great song.
Love that song.
I always get that confused with Too Young to Live, Too Drunk to Die, Too Young to Live by Alcatraz.
One always makes me think of the other one too, but
exactly.
I love that Alcatraz song.
Oh, fantastic.
Coming in at number 9, off of, I believe the album was Aqualung, is Hymn 43.
Hymn 43 is going to be my number 3 favorite of all time. Hymn 43 is the song that goes, well, Jesus saves. Well, you better save yourself. Oh, Jesus. I love Hymn 43. That's number 3 for me.
Yeah, that's a great one. Coming in at number 8, another. Well, these are all going to be great. Cross-eyed Mary. Cross-eyed Mary.
Number 4 for me. Love it.
Yeah.
Who'd be a poor man, a beggar man, a thief, if he had a rich man in his head? Great song.
Coming in at number 7 is Heavy Horses.
Don't know it.
Came out in 1978 as the title track of their album of the same name. The song opens with a folksy acoustic guitar riff and features Ian Anderson's distinctive vocals and intricate flute melodies. The lyrics are a tribute to the majestic and hardworking heavy horses of rural England. Okay, sounds like
I love the fact he says it starts with a folksy acoustic bit. It's fucking Jethro Tull. Everything was folksy.
Then he comes in with his flute. Surprise, surprise.
What I'm going to do is, after we finish this list, I'll put the link, because the list, when it does a song, right underneath the title of the song is the link to a video to watch it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's a good, that's doing it right.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 6. Oh, I fucking love this song. Locomotive Breath.
Okay. Locomotive Breath is in the shuffling madness. I like cross-eyed. It's not my favorite off that Aqualung, because Hymn 43 is on there. There's a bunch of songs I like better than that, but it's a good song.
Coming in at number 5 is A Song for Jeffrey.
Don't know it. I think
came out in '68. It was a single from their debut album, This Was.
Wow.
Coming in at number 4, there it is, Thick as a Brick. Thick as a Brick is an epic and complex song by Jethro Tull, released in 1972, was the title track of their album of the same name. The song is a single continuous piece of music that spans over 40 minutes.
43 minutes. That's my number 1.
You got the whole Thick as a Brick full version.
That's my number 1. That's my number 1 for them.
Oh, I thought
number 3. I fucking love this song. Let me sing you songs from the wood.
Songs from the Wood, really?
Oh, I love that song. You don't like?
I'm getting nervous that my number 2 is not going to be on this list.
Yeah, is Bungle going to be on there?
Not for me.
You don't like Bungle? I always like
it. It could be top 10, but I like Nothing Is Easy. Skating Away, I like in there.
Oh, Skating Away is fucking awesome.
How about Sweet Dreams?
If Teacher's not in there, I will be absolutely disappointed. Crushed.
Coming in at number 2, Aqualung.
Ooh, that means Teacher could be number 1
all the time. Dave, I hate to break it to you. And Krell always calls it, it's a bungo in a jungle. That's all right.
There's other songs I like. There's like New Day Yesterday. I always liked.
And Skating Away is one of my
Sweet
favorites.
Dreams. I used to love Sweet Dreams too.
First of all, for me, I'd be flipping a coin if it's Thick as a Brick or Teacher. Do you guys remember Teacher?
How does that go?
Well, the teacher told me there must be another way. Hey man, what's the plan? What was that you said?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! I tried.
It's actually not on the.
All you had to go was say, "Hey man, what's the plan?" Yeah,
What'd you say? Teacher's on the greatest hits.
That's actually not on their greatest hits album.
And here's the list if anyone.
I'm pretty sure it isn't.
The MU best of Jethro Tull.
I'd have to look at my CD.
I say yes.
I'm pretty sure Teacher isn't on there.
Teacher is. Was the biggest?
Jethro Tull's greatest hits. Is that what we're looking for?
Well, the teacher told me there must be
it wasn't a big hit. I know there's a glaring omission on their greatest hits album. I think
Teacher was on. If you're thinking of the white where he's like holding the flute and it's like a cartoon, like an outline. That greatest hits. It was called MU, the best of. The Teacher was definitely on that.
Well, on the Jethro Tull greatest hits, that's on. This is someone's playlist.
Look up. It's called MU, the very best, or the best of Jethro Tull. I think it was called. That was the one that was around when I was in 7th or 8th grade. Might have come out in like 80 or 81.
I got it coming up. There's a bongo in the jungle.
Nothing Was Easy is another great early song. Nothing is easy. Or Living in the Past. Let's go living in the past.
Yeah.
We go marching out while others shout, hey, what's the name?
Yeah.
I don't think it's not on there. Let's see. We got.
What album is it called?
It's Jethro Tull, the very best of.
No,
this is from 2001. Is this what you're talking about?
No. The one that I grew up with came out like in either the late 70s or early 80s.
The one I have is the very best of. There's 20 songs on there and Teacher's not on it.
That's awful. I would never buy that. Look at the one I'm talking about. It's like a 10-song album. It was like, we were still buying cassettes when it came out.
I'm looking for it.
I think it's called MU, the very best. Let me see. It's called MU. The very best of Jethro Tull. Yeah, M.U, the best of Jethro Tull.
What's the M?
Came out in 76.
Okay, the first proper greatest hits album, it says.
Yeah, opening song is Teacher.
Yep.
Then Aqualung. Thick as a Brick. Bungle in the Jungle. Locomotive Breath. Fat Man, Living in the Past, A Passion Place, Skating Away on the Thin Ice of a New Day, Rainbow Blues, and Nothing is Easy. That's a great record. Nothing is easy. I didn't realize these were alternate mixes.
These are imports. You're right. It starts with Teacher.
Yeah. Well, what does he say? Well, the dawn has broken. Something like that. And let me see. Well, hold on a second. Well, the dawn was coming. Heard him ringing on my bell. He said, my name's the teacher. Oh, that is what I call myself. I just when it goes, where's it go?
Hey man, what's the plan?
Hey, what's the plan? What was that you said? Suntan, drinking hand, lying there in bed. I tried to socialize, but I can't seem to find what I was looking for. I got something on my mind. How is that not top 2? That song is gold.
Yeah,
especially with such a Sabbathy riff of Yeah, Bungle in the Jungle was a hit. Watching the time and live on the time. Again,
here's a list that only Dave would know.
Go ahead.
Top 10 best David Ruffin songs of all time.
Ooh, no, let's do those.
All right.
So
I don't know any of them, but I'm going to listen to them.
David Ruffin was the singer of the Temptations. I would imagine these are going to be Temptation songs.
Let's see. David Ruffin was a legendary soul singer who rose to fame as the lead vocalist of the iconic Motown group The Temptations in the 60s. With his powerful voice and charismatic stage presence, Ruffin became one of the most beloved and influential figures in the history of soul music. Even after leaving The Temptations in the late 60s, Ruffin continued to produce a wealth of timeless hits that cemented his place in the pantheon of soul legends. Okay, starting in at number 10. I've lost everything I've ever loved. Well, he's singing my fucking song. Shit. All right.
Yeah. Is that a solo song? By the way, he had a brother, Jimmy Ruffin, who sang "What Becomes of the Broken Hearted." That was a great song.
I've lost everything I've ever loved is a soulful ballad by a David Ruffin that speaks to the pain of loss and heartbreak. The song's emotional lyrics and Ruffin's powerful vocals are truly captivating. The instrumentation doesn't say when it came out or if it was on an album.
I think I already know
it's number one, My Girl.
Yeah, exactly. That's got to be number one.
But it's on the video they're showing is the album cover says the great David Ruffin solo albums.
Right.
So
yeah.
I guess. Coming in at number 9 is Since I Lost My Baby by The Temptations.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 8, I'm reading it as I'm saying it. Ain't Too Proud to Beg by The Temptations.
I know you won't leave me, but to let you go. Ain't too proud to beg, please. Oh, he was great.
Coming in at 7, I Could Never Love Another After Loving You. I say that to every new guitar I get. Then I get a new guitar.
And you put it away and collects dust.
It collects dust. Number 6, what was that?
It's Jerry. Jerry, if you're gonna play that, mute.
Well,
press mute.
I was,
because they'll ding me.
All right. I was trying to figure out the song.
Number 6, My Whole World Ended the Moment You Left Me.
That's the one.
Don't know if I know that either.
Strong. It's strong.
Number 5. Well, here's a song I know. Now I know. It's called My Girl, of course. Everyone knows that.
My Girl was huge. Huge. I think My Girl is what brought him to the forefront of that band when they recorded My Girl. By the way, he wasn't the only singer in the band, and he wanted the band to be called David Ruffin and the Temptations. He started getting demanding, and they fired him. And that's when Eddie Kendricks and the other guys started singing more of the hits. But the other guys sang a lot of hits, too. Like, people say, oh, Ruffin's the singer of the Temps. He was only one of them. They had about 3 or 4 really good singers.
Yeah. Number 4 is Your Love Was Worth Waiting For.
Okay. So I've been told.
Number 3, I Know I'm Losing You, Temptations.
Great song.
Yep.
Number 2, I Wish It Would Rain.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another classic.
And then coming in at number 1 is Beauty's Only Skin Deep.
That one I don't know.
It's the Temptations.
Yeah, what was the other? Like Eddie Kendricks sang, I think he sang Just My Imagination. Ooh, running away with me.
Well, that's a Temptation song, but maybe he's not the vocal on it. Could be.
No, he wasn't. What I'm saying is he wasn't the lead on everything. He wanted to be. He wanted the band to be.
Who was the other guy?
Well, there was a few. There was Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think he was like.
He was the high, sweet voice. He's the one who he did a "Keep on Trucking, Baby" in the 70s. He keep on.
Yeah.
Did he write "Smiling Faces" too?
"Smiling Faces," I think, was done by the Undisputed Truth.
It was done by them, but they haven't credited as writing that.
Or maybe I think they did it first, didn't they? The Undisputed Truth had the hit with it, though.
Coming up next for the best 10, I'm pulling out Rush. How about that?
Ooh.
Number 10.
I've been listening to a lot of Rush lately.
Rush. Number 10 starts with my favorite Rush song. Can anyone remember what it is?
Your favorite Rush song? Red Barchetta?
Yep. I was like, well, at least it made the list. I would put it higher.
Here's the funny thing about the song. The car is actually called a Barchetta.
Ah. Okay.
I'm wondering where mine.
They told Getty that after he did. He was like, "I was a shit."
My number one's got to be in the top 10. So
coming in at number 9, also love this song, "Closer to the Heart."
Red Barchetta is better.
Yeah. Coming in at number 8, "Free Will."
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's my favorite Rush.
Let me say this about Free Will. There are 6 songs on that album. Free Will is my 5th favorite.
Yeah, well, to each his own.
First, Natural Science, Entre Nous, Different Strings, Jacob's Ladder, and Spirit of the Radio. Spirit of the Radio would be
great
6.
songs.
That would be
It's
the
just
worst.
my personal favorite.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this to you, Krell, about that. You can choose a ready guide in some celestial voice. But if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
I made my choice. That's my number 1.
There you go.
Coming in at number 7 is "Subdivisions."
That would be really close to number 1 for me. I love that. Love it.
Coming in at
just
number
that
6,
opening synth. Gun, 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 gun.
I used to like Analog Kid.
Great song.
Friggin'
Krell, your pussy's talking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Coming in at number 6 is a song called "Time Stands Still" from 1987.
Awful.
No. It's not a bad song. Top 40, not top 10.
Dark ages of Rush for me. It's like,
hey, Rich, what's
hello,
that?
Surfby.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 5.
So good, Andy.
It's not Huckleberry Finn. It's Tom Sawyer.
Fantastic song.
Yeah.
Let me just say this, guys. What's your favorite song? Just we'll continue the list. What's your favorite song on Moving Pictures?
Moving Pitches.
Ooh, I gotta see what's on there.
Yeah, what's on this?
Limelight.
For me, I'm just going to say it out there. It's Camera Eye. Wide-eyed and alone.
That's not Witch Hunt?
The streets of Manhattan.
Wow. Red Barchetta. So
yeah.
No, I always like Limelight.
They seem oblivious to a soft, warm rain, like an English rain. I love Camera Eye. I like the long, drawn-out songs. All right, go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sidetrack everybody.
Coming in at number 4, "Spirit of the Radio."
No. No. Just no.
Hi, Charlie. Coming in.
So what? I'm just going to say this: circumstances will not make the list. Circumstances is way better than Spirit of the Radio.
Hemispheres.
Way better than Spirit of the Radio, and so is Cygnus, the second one. Go ahead.
Coming in at number 3 is "Fly by Night."
No.
Not particularly.
I'd rather listen to Baitor and the Snow Dog.
Coming in at number 2 is "Limelight."
Fantastic song.
I
but
love Limelight.
It's a pop hit. Is it as good as Camera Eye, Witch Hunt, or Vital Signs? No.
And then rounding up the top 10 with number 1, it's...
Oh.
Go ahead, what?
I was going to think what number 1 is.
Well, guess. You want to make guesses?
Yeah.
Because I was like, what?
They're probably going to say, well, you already said Closer to the Heart. So the Trees? No.
Trees is one of me, Red Barchetta, and the Trees. I'm in there all day.
They might say
I'm going to drive my Red Barchetta through the trees.
Yeah, they might say Working Man because I hate
They're not going to say Distant Early Warning, are they?
No, and they're not going to say, what else was on Signals? Nothing that...
no.
Everything I like on that album. Oh, no, they might say New World Man.
Well, that's a good one.
Spirit of the Radio, they already did those.
Not
songs.
one person has mentioned it, so you're all way off.
I'm going to say 2112 is what they say.
You got it. 2112 Overture / The Tempers of Spring.
That's the old.
You like
anytime
that?
someone mentions Rush, they always mention 2112.
You know what I did was I went through every album and I kept saying the big hit like Working Man, and then I went to Hemispheres. I went Farewell to Kings. There's not going to be anything from that. And then I went to 2112 and I said, boom, there it is. It's got to be that because gung, 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 gung. It's so over like the top. 2112, I'm not a fan of that album, which Rush fans will find odd that I'm not a fan. I just think it's like not nearly as good as the stuff on the next albums. Farewell to Kings and Hemispheres are so good. I love Circumstances, though. You're on with that. Oh, it's fucking great. And I love
my favorite Rush album.
I love Cygnus. Yeah.
Do we dare to look at the 10 best Doobie Brothers songs of all time?
Yes. Before we do that, you guys know my disdain for the Professor of Rock.
Yes.
So Professor of Rock has a video today, comes out with it, and it says this song, they had to stop playing it on MTV to make it fair for other people. And he's talking about how brilliant the band is. And I'm like, geez, I thought this was going to be about Motley Crue, but it can't be because he's talking about them like they're good. And then it was about Motley Crue. And he's saying Home Sweet Home is like the greatest song since Sliced Bread. I wanted to go through my fucking TV and strangle him. I'm like, he's like, the label said the song was shit. The label was right.
It was a big song at the time, though.
It was a big song, but I'll tell you, did it help kill hair bands? I think so.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you were like, hair bands were heavy, they were rat. Now all of a sudden we got, I'm a dreamer. It's like, first of all,
the ballads, the power ballads.
Oh.
Yeah. It was the dawn of the power ballads. Everyone had
I remember thinking back then when the song came out, I was like, they should take a compilation of these terrible ballads and say, these are the songs that taught you how to love. I'm kidding. You guys ever see the commercial for Monster Ballads? Oh, these are the songs that taught you how to love. I'm like, yeah, love myself, because there's no way someone's listening to Motley Crue and getting laid.
Hello, Dom Hall. Hello, Richard. Saying hello to everybody.
Hey, hello, everyone. Hey, yes.
Coming in at we're doing the Doobie Brothers top 10.
Oh, yeah, I love the Doobs.
Finally, they're listing it from 10 to 1, so I don't have to start at the bottom.
Nice.
Coming in at number 10 is Listen to the Music.
Great song. I like all the Tom Johnston stuff. Don't you feel the calling, baby, day by day? When I was a kid, that song always confused me with there's a feeling, so let your love grow.
Oh, okay. Bellamy Brothers.
See, it has that same opening type of feel.
Hello, Ruffalo. Coming in at number 9, it keeps
Take Me in Your Arms. Hold on. Dom Hall, Take Me in Your Arms is like an old Motown song. Someone look up who did originally Take Me in Your Arms. That and Little Darling. Little Darling, I love Little Darling. Little Darling, got to have you. That's another. Those two are both old Motown songs. Go ahead.
K-Tel Records. Yeah. K-Tel.
Kim Weston.
Yeah, no. Kim Weston, yes. Who sang with Marvin Gaye? Go ahead. What was number 9?
It Keeps You Running.
Great song. From here, I can hear your heartbeat. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, great tune.
Let me just get this here.
Oh,
Coming in at number 8, I think everyone knows this. Oh, Blackwater. Oh, Blackwater.
Yeah, I don't think it was just Tom Johnston. Blackwater was a great Patrick Simmons tune. Simmons wrote a lot of great songs. Well, they built me a raft and she's ready for floating. Oh, Mississippi. Go ahead.
Coming in at number 7 is A Long Train Running.
Great song. Hold on. Let's see if I got, what do I have here? Whoa, a harmonica? Well, upside down. Remember that solo at the end? Get it. Pistons keep on turning.
All right. John Popper, everyone. John Popper.
But
first time I picked up my harmonica in about 5 years.
You know what the best thing about the Doobie Brothers was, though? When Rerun was so excited, he's jumping up and down, and that big ass fucking
tape recorder.
And then the Doobies just stop and they're looking at it horrified.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like if I brought that tape recorder in, it would look like this on me. I'd be holding it up in my arm like an old boombox. This guy somehow on his coat is hiding that huge thing. I'm like,
I know. Oh, that fucking episode was great. Coming in at number 6, Depending on You.
One of my all-time favorite songs. I can't keep someone to turn to, keeping my feet on the ground. So fine. I love Depending on You. Depending on You. Go ahead.
Number 5, What a Fool Believes.
Fantastic. Although it's not as good as Minute by Minute off the same album.
Which just came in at number 4, so I guess they agree with you.
Minute. Hey, don't worry, I've been on. Oh, Minute by Minute's fantastic.
Coming in at number 3 is.
Hold on, Richard Dixon says I have to get the penny in fast. I love Motley Crue up to Dr. Feelgood. Richard Dixon, go on YouTube and look up the song "Night of the Long Knives." It's off of the album For Those About to Rock. And you will hear your stolen riff that became Dr. Feelgood. But that song, then tell me how original Motley Crue is. Night of the Long Knives by AC/DC, 1981. Moving on.
Coming in at number 3, Taking It to the Streets.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know me, but... Oh, great song.
Yeah,
great.
All Michael McDonald's ones are.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Coming in, can you guess what number 2 and number 1 is? You want to play that game? Go ahead.
Nope. Yep. Number 2. So we haven't heard China Grove. So that's going to be either number 2 or number 1.
How about Jesus Is Just All Right?
Maybe, but let me just think what else we're missing. We're missing, you said listen to the music. Yeah. See, there's so many songs I love that Tom Johnston sings, like Another Lonely Park, Another Sunday. Eyes of Silver I like. I love Wheels of Fortune. Hold on. There's Real Love's a great song. That's a Michael McDonald. And there won't be anything off of Living in the Fault Line, What You Belong to Me, or Echoes of Love. Keep on. No, it's going to be a Tom Johnston. I say both a Tom Johnston. I'm going to say number 2 is Jesus Is Just All Right, China Grove, number 1.
It's number 2. You're not correct. Number 2 is
Rocking Down the Highway is a great song, Dom Hall.
Number 2 is Take Me in Your Arms, Rock Me.
Another fucking Motown cover. I didn't think they would ever do that in there. So 2 Motown covers they got.
And then number 1, you're correct, is China Grove.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just make sure that Take Me in Your Arms was an old...
It was that artist I mentioned when you...
No, that was Kim Weston. Little Sue's... No, this is...
Well, if it is, the guy writing this article don't realize it either.
Well, he also had that other song, Take Me in Your Arms... let's see who wrote it, who did it. I could have sworn it was somebody else. Yeah, it's a Holland and Dozier song. It was originally, Jermaine Jackson did it in 72. Someone reached, it peaked at number 4. Who's this? Kim Weston, you were right. Krell, Kim Weston again.
Yeah, well, that's for a different song?
Yeah, what was the other song we looked at?
That was Take Me in Your Arms.
What was number 10 on this list?
I closed it. Hold on.
It was not Little Darling.
Yeah, Take Me in Your Arms, Rock Me a Little While. That's why I looked up when you asked me to look something up. That was Kim Weston.
Hold on.
No, it was song 10 on his list.
10 was Listen to the Music.
What's 9?
It Keeps You Running.
8?
Black Water.
7.
Long Train Running. Then Depending on You. What a Fool Believes. How did we
start talking about that then?
Minute by Minute. Taking it to the streets.
Oh, you're right. Somebody mentioned it in the chat. Yeah, so it was Take Me in Your Arms. Okay, yeah, so it was the same song.
Let's see. I'm looking for who else we can go through because they got a lot of people that you've never, ever heard of.
But the Doobies had a lot of great songs. First of all, Jesus Is Just All Right is fantastic. What was on Vices? What Were Now Habits? Another Park, Another Sunday, Eyes of Silver. Yeah, they were good. Oh, yeah, South City Midnight Lady. Now, I think that's another song by Patrick Simmons. Patrick Simmons had a great song on Minute by Minute as well. Side 2. Here to Love You was an underrated song on the Minute by Minute album also. And Real Love. I love the song Real Love from the I forget the name of the album. One Step Closer album. Oh, that was it. One Step Closer has another Motown song on it too.
Oh, we're doing this one.
Did Joe say What a Fool Believes?
Yeah.
Okay.
She came from somewhere.
Hey, Dave. I got to get back to it. Any?
All right, go ahead.
See you later.
Buttercup.
Catch you later, Jerry.
What is it?
Any interest?
Oh, no, thank you.
You should
That,
try
well,
it. You know.
Oh, you gonna swing by after?
No, I can't tonight. I'm working. I got to do this thing over here. No, I'll try another time. I'll go see.
Right, yeah. I'll just eat, but I'll eat it when I eat my meal because I'm only doing one meal a day. So yeah.
They're in the refrigerator.
Yeah, no, totally. I'll try it.
All right, cool. It's good.
Yeah.
Right,
I got to cook a cheesecake tomorrow because I think I'm down to my second to last slice tomorrow.
Yeah, I tried that. I didn't dig it. But
Yeah.
I went no sugar with it, and it just wasn't. It was awful.
Oh yeah, no, I use just a little aspartame.
Yeah. And I don't want to do that shit. So this is
Right.
my thing, and I dig it.
Excellent. All right, I'll wrap you later, man.
I want you to try it. All right, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How about top 10? Well, 10 best Megadeth songs.
Yes.
Okay. Start with number 10.
You could just name. Are you gonna name the Rust in Peace album?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my favorite album is actually not that one. So, and I know
Well, I think-
my favorite song came in at number one.
Oh, I will say this. Can I come up with Joe's favorite Megadeth album? It's either going to be Countdown to Extinction or Euthanasia. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Coming in at number 10, Ashes in Your Mouth.
Ooh, great song. That's from, is that Countdown? I mean, is that
Countdown to Extinction,
Countdown. Yeah,
1992.
okay. Yeah, great.
Coming in at number 9,
Doesn't
Wake
make my
Up
top
Dead.
10.
I love Wake Up Dead.
Wake Up Dead's
I love
awesome.
Wake Up
That's
Dead
one of my
too. That's from
favorites.
Peace Cells,
Peace Cells, yeah.
right? Yeah,
That's like that.
yeah.
Wake Up Dead. Coming in at number 8, love this fucking song, Hangar 18.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Colt coming in at number 7, Holy Wars, The Punishment Due.
Should be higher.
And not only that, but it is better than Hangar 18. So I applaud the list maker for that.
Coming in at number 6 is A Symphony of Destruction.
You're right, Krell. Those should be higher towards the top of the list. Yeah.
Coming in at number 5. Go ahead.
No, as far as that album goes, Countdown to Extinction, I think Foreclosure, Sweating Bullets, and Skin of My Teeth are better than the title track there, Symphony of Destruction there. The not the title track, but the hit, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 5 off an album that I quoted to a customer on the phone the other day. How are you doing today? Well, so far so good, but like the Megadeth title goes, so what? In My Darkest Hour, off of So Far So Good, So What?
Great song. Great.
Coming in at number 4, there is A Tornado of Souls.
Love that song.
Yeah. Well, of course, now we're getting back to Rust in Peace, where you're going to find the top 4 probably.
Coming in at number 3, it sells. Who's buying? Peace Sells.
Great song. What do you mean I don't pay my bills?
That's
Why do you think I'm broke?
He's got such a delivery, man.
Great.
Coming in at number 2 is Sweating Bullets.
Hello, me. Meet the real
I like
me.
it. It shouldn't be beating out these other things. I think
First of all, Skin of My Teeth, it shouldn't beat out.
Yeah.
And if we're getting now to number 1, and if this isn't Train of Consequences.
It should be. Fuck. But it's off the same album, which is my favorite album. So you
Addicted to Chaos?
Euthanasia is my favorite album.
So I knew I you know what, I had a feeling it was, and at first I went to the hit album and I was like, or it's Euthanasia, because I know you love Train of Consequences. Addicted to Chaos is great. The song.
That's a great
Euthanasia, the song is fantastic.
Yeah. But my favorite song on the album, and probably if I had $1 for every time I listened to it drunk, I'd be a billionaire. And I'm sure no one else is gonna like it up here but me. A tout le monde.
A tout le monde. Yeah, it's great.
Tous mes amis. Je vous aime. Je dois
Now, did you say,
partir.
what was number
These
1?
are a tout le monde. These are the last words I'll ever speak. They'll set me free.
I will say this, an underrated album from them, which I think is just as good as the rest, is Cryptic Writings, which was produced by Dan Huff, whereas the other ones were all produced by Max Norman.
Some of the songs off the new album are really good.
That had Use the Man, which I thought was excellent. Trust, Almost Honest. There were some songs on that. In My Misfits Way of Life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my favorite Megadeth album, it's either Rust in Peace or Cryptic Writings, and for both two very different reasons. Cryptic Writings for me was when you get a guy who's made his last few years of hits in country and went back to heavy music, and I think the production takes a much. It was them, becoming more universal, and at the same time, Rust in Peace is their biggest assault on your ears. Euthanasia is a fantastic record. There's a lot of Euthanasia gets overlooked probably the most because, it had Train of Consequences and A Tout le Monde and Addicted to Chaos and Euthanasia. It's a great, there isn't a bad song on it when you listen to it, but it just somehow gets overlooked, I think. And I think because A Tout le Monde was very poppy for them at the time. Not as poppy as Cryptic Writings, but it was definitely a crafted song.
One of probably my favorite thing about Megadeth is you can tell in the beginning, man, how fucking angry he was.
Yeah.
If he could have nuked Metallica, he would have nuked Metallica.
Yeah.
And that really, as much as it pained him, that fueled the creativity that is Megadeth.
So I have a student. He's 16 years old. He might just be 17 now. But either way, he's just learning guitar. He's really into AC/DC and Zeppelin, just getting into them, literally. And he started playing me a Metallica riff. And I said, what is that crap? I go, please, if we're going to do Metallica, we're going to do Black Sabbath. So we started doing some Sabbath stuff. And he started playing another Metallica riff. He goes, do you like this song? And I said to him, listen, your homework for this week is to listen to Rust in Peace. So he came back and he's like, I got to say something. I go, what's that? He goes, Metallica sucks. I said, you get it. He goes, Rust in Peace is the greatest record I've ever heard. I go, that's the anger of youth. It comes from a place of just pure aggression and testosterone. Whereas Metallica, it's just so it's just watered down, I would say.
I had something similar happen. When I was selling my car, the guy was, he had to put a tire on it. He had to get it jumped. And his cousin came by to help him. The cousin's a young kid. And I don't know how he got onto it, but he must have been playing Metallica in his car. I said, well, what else are you listening? He goes, I really like Metallica. I says, yeah, you know what? I says, and I was telling him, I saw Metallica when Cliff was alive. They were great. But after Cliff died, and then when I says, you want to know what my favorite thrash band has always been? Anthrax. I'll take them over Metallica any day.
Yeah.
He goes to me, who?
Yeah. Oh God.
I said when he's driving away, I literally said the same thing. Your homework is to listen to Anthrax.
Yeah.
And I had this is right after we were doing the whole For All Kings.
Yeah.
I said, check out Among the Living, For All Kings.
Oh, For All Kings is so good.
That's fucking awesome.
It really is.
I got 10 best Sabbath, 10 best Led Zeppelin, but let's work our way up because right now, how about 10 best Alice Cooper?
Ooh.
Oh, this is interesting.
Well, it could all be the best of Alice. Is it called Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits from '74? That to me could be his top 10 songs. But actually, no, You and Me I like. All right, let's hear this list. This will be interesting.
One of my favorite songs isn't on here, but okay. Coming in at number 10, Under My Wheels.
The telephone is ringing. You got me on the run. Great song. I'm driving in your car, baby.
Coming in at number 9, this song was covered by Megadeth. No More Mr. Nice Guy.
I used to be such a great song.
That is a great fucking song. Yeah. Coming in at number 8, great fucking song, $1 Billion Babies.
Fantastic. Featuring Donovan Leitch there doing the British We Go Dancing Nightly in the
Coming in at number 7, Poison.
Yeah.
Did not like Poison.
It was a great album. He was able to cash in on the 80s hair metal scene. It was nice to have him come back. It was off a trip. Coming in at number 6, School's Out.
All right, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I'm more of a Elected, Hello, Hooray type of guy.
Number 5, Might As Well Be on Mars.
Don't know it.
It's from 1991.
That's why.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4, I'm 18.
Lines form on my face and my hands. It's okay.
Yeah. Coming in at number 3, Welcome to My Nightmare.
Welcome to My Nightmare. Only Women Bleed. Ruffalo said that's on that album.
That's a great song too.
Not a big.
That was like his only top 10 song too.
Oh no, You and Me I think might have been bigger. You and me ain't no superstar. What we are is what we are.
Coming in at number 2, Hello, Hooray.
Hello, let the show begin. I'm ready. Wow, this is a fucked up list because I can come up with 5 or 6 songs right now.
Yeah, you mentioned Elected, so
yeah. Coming in at number 1, Elected.
If you're talking about meat, I'm prime choice. I want to be elected. Hold on. So that means there's no Desperado. I'm a gambler. Welcome to the streets. Or Is It My Body? Fantastic song. Only Women Bleed.
Well, that's a great song too. My two favorite songs are not. I love the Ballad of Dwight Fry. It's probably my favorite fucking song.
Right, early one.
That matches with, of course, because of my love for Friday the 13th, The Man Behind the Mask.
Yeah,
those are my. Neither made those.
But wait, 2 and 1 was Hello, Hooray, and Elected.
Yep,
I called those, huh?
Yeah. Let's see if we got anything else we could work up to before we hit because we still got 20 minutes.
Richard Dixon, did you look up that tune yet? That AC/DC song, Night of the Long Knives?
Yes, here we go.
Oh, Elected's great. I want to be elected.
Well, we can do that for Dave. 10 best Temptation songs if you want.
Oh, no, we can. I'm not a huge Temp. As much as I love Motown, I like Marvin Gaye. I like what's his name there with the Miracles, Smokey Robinson. Temps I were like, they were okay.
How about 10 best Scorpion songs of all time?
There you go.
We're gonna
Have you guys ever heard the song Falling in Love by the Scorpions? I'm falling in love.
Yeah.
You got Krellbot, just pull it up for a second and tell me Van Halen didn't steal this. At some point, they had to have played this song because Eddie uses that riff all the fucking time. The opening riff.
Can I play this or are we going
to? No. Just listen to yourself.
Okay, now what do I do? Hit mute?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I've actually never done this before. Hang on.
Oh, I'll mute. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. You did it.
Coming. Are we starting with the Scorpions, or we're gonna wait for Crowbar?
Yeah, I just want to hear him come back and be like, "That's ridiculous."
They start off strong.
He's talking, but we can't hear him. I
haven't heard this song in a while, but you see the name of the song and it comes right back.
Oh yeah, I listen to the Scorpions. Scorpions are big in that list that I sent you, Joe, and it's everything. In fact, I heard Icebreaker today by Uli, and I was like, what a great fucking song and solo. Once the song starts, it takes its own, I don't know what the hell Krell's doing, but Krell, it's in the first 2 seconds of the song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like...
He does it in Jump, and he does it on Standing on Top of the World.
Yeah, that's the song I was trying to...
Yeah, and it's like I'm fun. I love that tune. Okay, let's go Scorpions.
Coming in at number 10 from 1984. Big City Nights.
Oh, California in the daylight.
It's
by the way, the lyrics
like
to that song. If you look up the lyrics to Big City Nights, you're gonna go every time you read a line, you're like, what? Because they speak terrible English.
Yeah.
And according to so do I apparently. But it's like it doesn't make any sense. You're listening to it, the night's a shark, you're like, what?
The night's a shark.
Whatever he says, it's just nonsense.
Coming in at number 9 from 1990, it's Tease Me, Please Me.
Terrible song. Terrible.
Oh God.
Coming in at number 8, is this the song I think you had Krell just listen to? Believe in Love?
No,
that one?
No. I was Falling in Love that he listened to.
So number 8 is Believe in Love. It doesn't say.
I'll tell you. Hang on.
I know Rhythm of Love was later.
Yeah. The next song is from 79.
That's
Savage Amusement. So that was in the 80s.
Later. Yeah, late 80s.
Coming in at number 7 is Always Somewhere.
From Love Drive?
Doesn't say.
79, you said?
It says 79.
That was Love Drive.
Coming in at number 6, I'm Still Loving You.
Yeah.
I love that song.
That's fantastic. Well, that whole record's great.
Oh, I don't like Still Loving You.
Coming in at number 5, one of the greatest album covers.
Virgin Killer.
What?
Virgin Killer.
No.
No.
Is the song is coming in at number 5 is the song The Zoo.
Oh, off of 5.
Yeah.
Animal
Animal Magnetism, I think.
Yeah.
My favorite album cover was one they eventually banned, but I had the unbanned one. It was a big wad of bubble gum.
Yeah, that's
that?
That's Animal Magnetism. I just don't know how Krell doesn't
that's not
like
Animal
this.
Magnetism. That's Love Drive. Love Drive is the one with the gummy boob.
Oh, it is?
Hey, Hubs.
How do you not like
Animal
this?
Magnetism's the one with the dog and the woman on their knees, and there's a guy standing there. Let me look that up. Yeah, there's a Doberman picture and a woman looking up at a guy. They're on their knees. Guy's hands in the back pocket, going jingling-a-ling.
Yeah.
Time, only time to win. How do you not like that tune, Krell, when it goes on?
I don't know. Something struck me wrong with that in 1984 when that was big, the summer of '84.
Really?
Either they played it too much. Or...
I don't think you played it enough.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4, Rhythm of Love.
Terrible song.
Oh my God! Why?
To the rhythm of love. It's a late 80s. Because I can name about 30 songs that are better.
All right.
Off the earlier records.
Sales of Sharon.
That's a great song. Coming in at number 3, Wind of Change.
Another one I can't stand. Take me on the journey. Yeah.
Coming in at number 2, Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Oh God, no! I never liked that fucking song.
Yeah, it's the worst song.
I think Dave's. I think none of them's gonna like this number one because even I'm
it's
like,
gonna be
really?
no one. It's not No One Like You.
No, Send Me an Angel is number one.
Give me a fucking.
How is No One Like You not even on the list?
I know.
Yeah, that's. You know what I love is too. You know China White's a great one.
Well, the Facebook for this guy who wrote the list, I'll give you his Facebook. You curse him out.
Some people do. Oh, how about this one?
Oh yeah.
Doo-doo-doo. Just when the smoke is going down.
Still Loving You was on the list. Elroy, that was number 6.
Elsie Sharon didn't make it. I mean, shit. A lot of those that were on those, take all those 80s output, and Dynamite. Dynamite beats those by a lot.
Now we're moving. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Now we're doing the 10 best Deep Purple songs.
All right. Let me just say, though, you know what's a great song by the Scorpions they didn't mention is Every morning, come back on stage. Feels like coming home again. I always love that when it goes.
Coming home, yeah.
That little riff that he plays there is a fucking Matthias monster. That lick I've used for years and stole and never gave him credit. That's right, Matthias, come after me. I love when it plays it. It's just monster. Monster riff. Year, what is it? Year after year. Okay, let's hear these. Deep Purple. Oh, this is going to be an interesting
Deep
one.
Purple. Coming in at number 10 is a song about some stupid with a flare gun that burned the place to the ground.
I like.
That would be number 1, but it's not.
I already respect the list.
I saw some of the songs on the list, and I respect the list.
I already respect this list.
Coming in at number 10 is Smoke on the Water, Fire in the Sky. Coming in at number 9 is one of my favorite songs, Rat-Bat-Bat-Bat-Baloo.
Oh, anything off Who Do We Think We Are is fantastic.
You better fucking believe it.
Rat-Bat Blues, I love it.
And my off of Who Do You Think You Are, another one of my fucking favorites coming in at number 8 is Fireball.
No, that's off Fireball.
That's what I'm saying. Another one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great one. That's the only song on Fireball for me. That song is just an assault.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking great.
Coming at number 7, Space Truckin'.
Okay. Well, we had a lot of fun on Venus.
Coming in at number 6, My Woman from Tokyo. Oh, I fucking love that on the guitar.
How am I out of...
Now I'm curious what they're going to have higher.
Oh, wow.
They better not have Child in Time.
Coming in at number 5, that fucking album came out in 85 and just changed my life, still does. We Must Remain, Perfect Strangers.
It was 84, wasn't it?
Oh, don't be a fucking dick with the name.
No, I'm being Dave. Dave.
I think you're right. It was 84. But I kept listening to an 85.
I have to say this.
What?
That song in Perfect Strangers, I always skip when it comes on.
I love that fucking song.
I just think it's maybe it was high school for me. I just couldn't. I liked them in high school, but when I listen to those songs now, I'm like, it's not good as Smooth Dancer or or any of those Who Do We Think We Are tunes. All right, go ahead.
Coming in at number 4 is Black Knight.
Black Knight is an old Ricky Nelson song. Go ahead. It's a cover of Summertime.
Coming in at number 3 is Lazy.
Hate Lazy. Just a blues song. It's the same as Stepping Out by John Mayall's Blues Breakers.
Coming in at number 2 is Hush.
That song I love. And I also love when the Charlatans UK covered it and called it The Only One I Know. How they got away with that, I have no idea.
Guess the number 1 song for Deep Purple.
Okay.
Pictures of Home.
No, Perfect Strangers hasn't been said yet. So
no, it has. You just said you don't like it.
I thought it was Knocking at Your Back Door.
No, Perfect Stranger. You said
that was Knocking at Your Back Door will probably be number 1.
No.
But I will say, am I right? Is it 1?
No.
Okay. So number 1 will be, you're right, Krell. It's going to be Child in Time. Because I hate it. It's not Child in Time. Okay, good. Okay, so then it has to be, let me just go through my head. Maybe I'm a Leo, Never Before, no. Highway Star, no, they already said it. You already said Smoke on the Water. What else is on that album? Space Trucking. They didn't say Highway Star yet, right? Did you say Highway Star yet?
Did not say Highway Star.
It's your number 1.
That's
your number 1.
Yeah.
Highway Star. I'm a highway star. All right, let's see what else we got. Well, we got 9 minutes left. So.
Smooth Dancer. What's the other one when it goes Black Suede? No, that's Smooth Dancer. What's the one that's like Super Trooper? I like that record.
You know what song I love? Yeah. Farmer's Daughter.
I think Hold On. Also, Hold On from it Burn. But what's the title track of the Stormbringer? I love Stormbringer.
Yeah, there was no.
Stormbringer is fucking intense.
Oh yeah,
that brings the fight. The only question we have now: do we want to do the Sabbath first, and then Zeppelin, or Zeppelin then Sabbath? It's up to you.
I say Sabbath.
But all right. So, 10 best Black Sabbath songs. We're going to start with 1975, a standout track from Sabotage.
Okay. What? Let me guess the song. I'm going to guess it from Sabotage. So Sabotage has Hole in the Sky. It has, for me, it would be The Thrill of It All is the best song on that album. But because this is not me, I'm going to say it's Symptom of the Universe.
Symptom of the Universe. Coming in at number 9.
You got them figured out.
Sweet Leaf.
From Astro Reality. Okay, Sweet Leaf, great song.
Coming in at number 7, number 8 is off of a 1980 album. You want to guess the song?
Heaven and Hell. Neon Nights. They're not going to say Heaven and Hell, are they?
Oh, Children of the Sea. That's my guess.
Neon Nights.
Heaven and Hell. Krell, you should have stuck with your first choice. Heaven and Hell.
The lover of life's not a sinner.
Coming in at number 7, off of the album Masters of Reality. You guess the song.
Number 7?
Coming in number 7. Off of Master Reality.
So Master Reality, we already done Sweet Leaf. So what we have left is Children of the Grave, which is going to be high on the list, or Into the Void. My guess is going to be Children of the Grave.
You got it. Children of the Grave.
Hold on. Revolution is there. Okay.
The number 6 song is off of 1973's Black Sabbath's 5th album, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. What is the song?
This is the 6th. Okay, so off
number
Black
6.
Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, you have Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, and that's going to be high up on the list. Is there anything else? Killing Yourself to Live is on this record. I mean, I love this whole album. This
whole album's a fucking album.
But Sabbath Bloody is probably the biggest song on the album. Killing Yourself to Live, A National Acrobat.
It's a good one.
Spiral Architect. I'm gonna say Sabbath. I'm gonna say Sabbath Bloody Sabbath.
You got it again. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Number 5, off of the debut album.
Okay, this is
off of Black Sabbath's 1970 debut, eponymously named Black Sabbath. What song?
So it's between 3 songs. It's going to be between Wicked World, Black Sabbath, and I didn't even think about The Wizard, but it's going to be either NIB. I'm going to say NIB.
You didn't get it that time. It's the self-titled song, Black Sabbath.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
I thought
off of the same album at number 4.
Okay, NIB.
NIB.
Although Wicked World is better than both, so I wouldn't be surprised if it showed up better.
Coming in at number 3 is Paranoid.
The song Paranoid or song from the album?
The song Paranoid.
Terrible.
So it's got to be War Pigs.
Let me just say this. Paranoid is my least favorite song on that album. Side 1, you've got... I'm not saying it's not a great song. The album is so good because you got War Pigs, right? Planet Caravan.
But Paranoid's a great song. But it's their closer. Ozzy, let's put it this way. When they put Ozzy in the ground, when the man finally, may he live another 100 years, but when he finally passes away and they bury him, an hour after they've put all the dirt on he's going to be closing with fucking Paranoid. He always closed with that. Coming in at number 2, Krell, you said it, War Pigs.
War Pigs.
Yeah, and then Iron Man's going to be number 1.
Krell, you nailed it. Iron Man is number 1.
War Pigs is so phenomenal. I'm sorry. Is Iron Man better than the song Paranoid? Yeah, it is.
It's better than
Paranoid. I love it.
But I wouldn't put it as number 1.
You know what I love is in the song...
what Electric Funeral?
I'm trying to think what the bass is doing there because the bass goes bo do bo do do. Yeah, so he's going. The bass is going like. While he's going, when they're singing, because he goes bo do bo do bo do do. I love that bass, that counterpoint thing those guys are doing there. It's fucking great.
And now our final list, it's 9:58, timed it perfectly. The 10 best Led Zeppelin songs of all the time. How do you pick only 10?
All right. Well, I'm interested because I know what my number 5 could be, like my top 5. Oh, yeah. By the way, let's just really quickly just mention some omissions from that Sabbath. Supernaut, Snowblind.
Electric Funeral.
Hold on. They completely omitted Volume 4.
Neon Nights, like I said.
Neon Nights. Yeah.
Yeah, Neon Nights is number 1 for me. It's a good point. And what was also one? Hand of Doom, I love. First it was the bomb.
Now, apparently the creators of this list had the same conundrum that I just said as how do you pick 10 Led Zeppelin because there's a lot of ties in here.
Right, okay.
So... Coming in,
let's start with the albums too. When you name like we did,
it doesn't say what they are. Okay. Off of Led Zeppelin 4, coming in at number 10, it's a tie.
Okay.
MD.
Both tracks on Led Zeppelin 4.
It's going to be either Black Dog and Rock and Roll, but did they throw Misty Mountain Hop in there too?
I was thinking the same thing that they were going to throw fucking Rock and Roll in there with Black.
They're about to throw you for a loop when I say what it is because you're not even near it.
Okay, so then it's obviously what it is. It's going to be because it's number 10. They're going to say it's the last song with the echo drums. What's that song called? Keeps on Levee. When the levee breaks.
That's part 2. That's the second one.
That's the tie. And the first one will be. Is it going to be Going to California or is it going to be Black? Now Going to California. I'll say.
How about Stairway to Heaven?
Wow, I like this list already.
There you go. Wow. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, we got a tie for number 9. Both songs are off the 1975 Physical Graffiti.
Okay, really?
Go ahead.
Oh, see, for me, 10 Years Gone's the best song on it, so that's going to be later. So is it going to be Kashmir? Or is it going to be... There are 2 songs here. Is this another tie?
It's a tie, yeah.
And they're both on the same album. Okay,
they're both on the same album.
I'll say Kashmir. Fucking 10 Years Gone. I'll throw those 2 in there.
No. And no.
What?
Really?
Song?
It is Trampled Underfoot and The Rover.
Okay. Trampled Underfoot I could do without hearing for the rest of my life. The Rover I love. It's just too much. Get down. The song doesn't want to talk about love. Talk about... Okay, go on. Not on my list.
The next 2 that's tied for number 8 come from 1973's Houses of the Holy album.
An album, my least favorite of the Zeppelin albums.
No quarter.
All right, so this is going to be Over the Hills and Far Away. And are they going to put Dancing Days or Jamaica? I'll say they'll use Jamaica.
Well, you're half right. Over the Hills, Far Away, but the first one is The Ocean.
Great song. Better than I assumed.
Coming in at number 7. It's no tie here. It's off of Led Zeppelin 3.
Immigrant Song.
No.
Okay, number 3 is going to be Since I've Been Loving You.
This is number 7. What are you doing?
Oh.
It's off of Led Zeppelin 3. It's off of Led Zeppelin 3, but it's the number 7 song. But you got it right.
What?
You got it right.
Oh,
you said the wrong fucking number. It's number 7 off of Led Zeppelin 3, but you got the song right.
Oh, I only heard Zeppelin 3, and I said Since I've Been Loving You. That's all I heard.
Okay. Coming in at number 6, off of their second album, Led Zeppelin 2. Only 1 song, no tie.
Number 6. Well, Whole Lot of Love's going to be number 1. What is and what should never be? Heartbreaker, Living, Loving, Made. I'll say Heartbreaker.
No. And stop thinking conventionally because this isn't like the other fuck-ass list.
Whole Lot of Love. And Whole Lot of Love.
There you go.
Okay, so that would be what I would think they're saving. Okay.
Coming in at number 5 is a tie. It's off of Houses of the Holy. Both songs, I believe, yes.
Okay. Over the Hills and Far Away.
2 of my favorite songs, so yeah.
And Dancing Days.
No.
Is Over the Hills and Far Away one of them?
No, you're both wrong. You're wrong on both songs there.
Oh, did we already do Over the Hills and Far Away on the other one? Was that the other one that was...
Yeah, that was 8. That was tied for 8.
Okay,
and with The Ocean.
Okay, so this is going to be the song... the Rain song. I'm sorry. The Rain song is definitely up there because now we're getting high up on the list. That's a very coveted song. The Rain song, and then the other one would have to be No Quarter.
You said it and then you unsaid it.
Was going to be it's the song
remains the same and the Rain song.
I was the one saying No Quarter.
Yeah, No Quarter I fucking love. Coming in at number 4 is another tie off of Led Zeppelin. Wait. Let's see. 71, part of the 4th album. Are they both? I think they're both off the 4th album.
What is?
The next tie, number 4 is the tie. They're both off of Led Zeppelin 4.
Okay. Black Dog. Misty
That's
Mountain
one.
Hop.
Yeah, you got that one.
And Misty Mountain Hop?
No.
Going to California.
And I didn't know that this was on this album.
4 Sticks.
No, it would have to be, if he doesn't know Battle of Evermore, what the fuck would it be?
No.
What song is it?
It's been a long time since I rock and roll.
It's the second
no
song.
wonder we blanked it out.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 3, off the debut album, one of my favorite songs ever, probably my favorite Led Zeppelin song.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's my problem.
Not only that, I'll give you.
I'll say Good Times, Bad Times is my guess.
No, but I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
When I used to live stream on Twitch, I was doing my intermittent fasting diet at the time, and I'd always live stream like on the day I eat, and I'd eat and I'd stream. And you know what happens when you do the intermittent fasting? You gotta nature calls. You don't, right. And you're in the live version of the song saved my ass literally and figuratively every time.
It's Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. If you got to go spend some time in the bathroom during the live stream,
28 minutes. I figured.
Yeah. I found a lot. I took it right off of Song Remains the Same and let it stream. And I believe at one time I got back and there was messages from Gary. Hey, Joe, hey. And I was like, hey, sorry, Gary, I missed you. I was on the bowl. So that's why I put on. Okay. Coming in at number 2, it's only one song. It's from Physical Graffiti.
Really? 10 years gone?
No.
What? Cashmere.
And now we got the number 1 song. I'm not going to say the album, and I'm not going to say, and I won't say the album because it'll give it away.
Okay. It's 10 years gone.
No.
It's Achilles' Last Stand.
No.
All right. And my only other guess would be, hey, what can I do?
I'll give you a hint. It was used the best way ever. A song was used in a movie in
Immigrant Song.
In Thor Ragnarok. Yes. Immigrant Song. When Thor and Hulk are beating the fuck out of everybody. That was that was the Immigrant Song. I bet when I said list, I bet you all thought Stairway to Heaven would be number 1.
Yeah. Although the Immigrant Song is worse. I will say Stairway's a better song than Immigrant. But this is the greatest song they ever did.
Some we can save for later. I mean, do you care about Foreigner, bands like that?
I love Foreigner's first 3 albums, but if anything's off Foreigner 4.
Then we got 10 Best Rage Against the Machine. How about we save that for never?
Yeah, for never, right. What is that?
Oh, I love that chord progression. Oh, shit. 10 Best Motley Crue songs of all time.
I tell you, Dave, give me that first album.
Oh, that's great.
First album from Crue is great. After that,
I'm saving this link right where I left off.
The Devil, but shit, just some.
Yeah, that was a great list. Those were interesting lists because they weren't your. I mean, although we don't agree with them, it wasn't your typical.
It wasn't shit. Yeah.
And can you really, when you get to Zeppelin and Sabbath, can you argue what someone's favorite is? I mean, you can't argue with whoever wrote the list. Let's say they like the Immigrant Song. It's a great song. I mean, Out on the Tiles on that album, Star Superior, in my opinion. And I think like on Zeppelin 1, I think an underrated, overlooked song from Zeppelin is Your Time Is Gonna Come. When he comes in with that keyboard, and he's like, lying, cheating, hurt. Oh, it's fucking gold. I mean, that's just gold. Or even like
fucking classic. The best.
Just really quick, you guys watch the Y-Files lately?
Yeah. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got problems with that.
Yeah, I thought you would, Joe.
Sometimes he don't know as much as he thinks he does, and that's what pisses me off.
Oh, really? The funny thing is, I think he comes across like he says he doesn't really know.
But he does that. But then at the end, he'll say something with no reference, like it's written in stone. No.
Well, what he did with the exorcism thing was that, he explained how all these people saw what they saw and everything. But then he explains the flip side of how, you have to look at the facts that they were all highly religious people, and they were all in like an insular world where they could believe their faith.
Yeah. See, the funny thing is, I looked at it like he was framing it like this is how you could look at the other side of it to argue it. And then he always says at the end, he goes, "We really don't know." And I thought he leaves it kind of hanging there. I thought that was that's what, cool.
But that I respected that, because you know what he said, 90% of him wants to say no, but that 10% and the 10% because he had read the 2 books by Father Gabriel Amort, which I've read them multiple times. And if there's going to be I knew when he said I said, if there's going to be a 10%, you can't close the door on that. So when I saw the trailer for that movie, I was like, oh, they made a movie about him. And I saw the trailer. I wanted to kill somebody.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
They got Russell Crowe playing him.
But other than that, I got who to put to bed. And I got to put Dazed and Confused on and go do some business.
There you go. Hey, listen, everybody.
But
we want to thank everyone for hanging out with us tonight, guys. Great to see you as always. Keep up the good fight. And Krellbach, thanks so much for being here.
Certainly.
Joe, thank you for being here. And you guys want to say anything before we go? Because I'm going to call it.
Only that if we change the night, we'll let everybody know.
But we'll let everybody know. See what happens next week. We could be Monday. We could be Wednesday. Up in the air. Gentlemen, have a great night. And as always, wait a second. What's that, Al?
Fuck you, Dave.
I saw that one coming.
No!
I saw that one coming.
Good night, Gary. Everybody, good night.
All right, everyone. Later. Why? Because Hannah Baum, I got better things to do with my life than sit in front of my computer. Otherwise, gents, I want to thank everyone for hanging out. What's that?
Hey, Ruffalo says, "Go feed your cat, Krell." Like, that's a problem. I feed the cat. It's just she's so love starved.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, listen. Very good. I'm gonna go smoke a cigar and go listen to some R&B. I will send you. Just Krell, do you listen to Spotify?
Yeah.
I'll send you the links. All right, guys, and I'll send you the soul link. Joe.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Very good. Very good, everyone.